Our top story this morning, the fuel control switches of the Air India flight 171 that crashed in Ahmedabad were cut off moments before impact. A preliminary report into the crash reveals that both engines of the aircraft ceased functioning seconds post-takeoff as fueling mechanisms switched from run to cut-off sequentially. In its 15-page report, it provides the first official account of the final moments of India's worst aviation accident in decades. The report by the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau reveals cockpit voice recordings that show one of the pilots asking the other why he cut off the fuel, the other pilot responds saying, "I did not." The Boeing 7878 Dreamliner was headed from Ahmedabad to London when it crashed, killing all but one of the 242 people on board as well as 19 people on the ground. Now, as per the Investigation Bureau, it said that once the aircraft achieved its top recorded speed of 180 knots, both fuel cutoff switches transitioned from run to cutoff one after another in a second. The aircraft quickly began to lose altitude then. The pilot seemed to have attempted to restore fuel flow with fuel switches moving back to run within seconds. Both engines began to relight sequences, with engine 1 showing signs of recovery, but insufficient time and altitude prevented successful restart before the aircraft crashed. The RAM Air Turbine, an emergency backup power source, was deployed and captured on airport CCTV footage, confirming the complete failure of both engines. The other key finding in the report includes that the flap setting was in appropriate position and the landing gear was down as it should have been. Thrust levers were at idle, which suggests malfunction or disconnect when black box data indicates takeoff thrust was engaged. The report said that there were no reports of bird activity or weather concerns. Also, the aircraft weighed within normal limits. It also said that the pilots were experienced enough, medically fit and well rested. Importantly, the report suggests no recommended actions to the B7878 and or the GE Gen X 1B engine operators and manufacturers at this stage, suggesting investigators have not identified systemic issues that would affect the global fleet of over 1,100 Dreamliners in service. The plane was carrying 230 passengers, 169 Indians, 53 British, 7 Portuguese and a Canadian, along with 12 crew members. Dozens of people on ground were injured. One passenger miraculously survived, a British citizen who was seen walking out of the wreckage of the crash and who has since been discharged from the hospital.